Welcome to episode 1 of our Flutter Beginner Series. Today we'll set up our Flutter development environment and create our first project. By the end of this video, you'll have Flutter up and running and be ready to dive into development. Let's get started. First, we'll download the Flutter SDK. Open your browser and go to flutter.dev. Click on Get Started and choose your operating system. For this tutorial, I'll be using Windows, but the steps are similar for other platforms. Once the download is complete, extract the zip file to a folder on your computer. I recommend placing it in a directory like c/flutter or /users your name /flutter for easy access. Next, we need to add Flutter to our system path so we can run its commands from anywhere. Open up System Properties, click Environment Variables, add Flutter to path, and save. Now, let's verify the installation by opening a terminal and typing flutter-version. If you see the Flutter version, you're good to go. Next, we'll use Flutter Doctor to check for any missing dependencies. Open your terminal and type Flutter Doctor. This command scans your system and lists any issues. If you see warnings about the Android SDK or missing IDE plugins, don't worry, we'll fix those next. Flutter supports multiple IDEs, but we'll use Android Studio in this series. Go to the official website of your chosen IDE and download it. Once installed, open it and add the Flutter and Dart extensions or plugins. Let's create our first Flutter project. Open Android Studio and select Create New Flutter Project. Give your project a name, like Flutter Demo, and choose a location to save it. Once the setup is complete, the IDE will open the project automatically. This is the default Flutter app. To test your Flutter apps, you'll need an emulator or a physical device. If you're using Android Studio, you can create a virtual device from the AVD Manager. Alternatively, you can connect your phone via USB and enable developer mode. To run it, click the play button in your IDE or use the command Flutter run in the terminal. Once it's running, you'll see a counter app. Try clicking the button and notice how the counter updates instantly. Now, let's take a look at the file structure. The main folder you'll work with is lib, which contains the main.dart file. This is the entry point of your app. And pubspec YAML is where you manage dependencies and assets. For now, focus on the lib folder, as that's where most of your work will happen. Let's make a quick change to see how easy it is to customize Flutter apps. Open the main.dart file and update the title in the Material App widget to My First Flutter App. Then, replace the scaffold body with a simple text widget, like this. Save the file and see how the app updates instantly in the emulator. Great job! You've just set up Flutter, created your first project, and explored its structure. In the next episode, we'll dive deeper into Flutter widgets and start building a simple user interface. See you there.